Today, we dive deep into the legendary world of martial arts superstars. From Hong Kong icons to Hollywood warriors, this is the ultimate then and now of the greatest action stars ever. Part 2, their rise, their iconic movies, and the lives they live today. Let's begin. Billy Chong, born February 10th, 1957, then the Indonesian martial artist and action star also credited as Billy Chong in Hong Kong films. Acted in kung fu films in the late 1970s, 1980s like Crystal Fist, A Fistful of Talons, Kung Fu Zombie, and Superpower. Now, at the age of 68, still active in Indonesian TV series and works behind the camera as director and producer. His son also works in film. Cynthia Rothrock, born March 8, 1958, then the American martial artist turned Hong Kong film star in the 1980s. Famous for Yes Madam, 1985, Righting Wrongs, 1986, China O'Brien, 1990, No Retreat, No Surrender to 1987, Martial Law, 1991, and numerous other martial arts films. Now, at the age of 67, she is still active in film and martial arts, teaching seminars and workshops around the US, and recognized as one of the most influential female martial artists ever. Philip Rhee, born September 7th, 1960, then South Korean American martial artist and actor best known for the Best of the Best series, 1989, 1993, 1995, 1998, both as lead actor and creative force. Worked as actor, producer, director, and screenwriter in these films centered on martial arts competition and action drama. Now, at the age of 65, he continues to work in film and martial arts. His family is now involved in stunt work and acting. Angela Mao, born September 20th, 1950, then Taiwanese martial artist and Golden Harvest action star of the 1970s, known for Hapkido, 1972, Lady Whirlwind, Enter the Dragon, 1973, played Bruce Lee's sister, the Himalayan, 1976, Dance of Death, 1979, and many kung fu classics. Now at the age of 75, she retired from acting in 1992. She later moved to the US and ran a restaurant in New York. Stephen Tong Wei, then veteran kung fu actor Stephen Tong Wei was a familiar face in classic Hong Kong action cinema, often cast as strong supporting characters or villains. He appeared in films like Drunken Master, The Young Master, and Snake and the Eagle's Shadow. His solid technique and screen presence made him a reliable performer during the kung fu boom of the 1970s and 80s. Now, at 75, Stephen Tong Wei has mostly retired from acting. Though rarely seen on screen today, his work remains part of Hong Kong cinema's golden legacy. Scott Adkins, then British martial artist Scott Adkins rose to fame as one of the best modern action stars. Trained in Taekwondo, karate, and kickboxing, he became a fan favorite with Undisputed 2, Undisputed 3, Ninja, and Boyka Undisputed. His speed, flexibility, and precision earned him cult hero status. Now, at 49, Scott Adkins is at his peak. He continues leading action films and stealing scenes in big Hollywood projects like John Wick Chapter 4. Today, many fans consider him the true successor to classic martial arts action stars. Lo Mang, then Shaw Brothers legend. Lo Mang was a member of the iconic Venom mob. Known for agility and sharp technique, he starred in classics like Five Deadly Venoms, Crippled Avengers, and The Kid with the Golden Arm. Now, at 70, Lo Mang lives a quieter life. His films remain highly respected, and the Venom Mob is still celebrated as one of the most legendary groups in kung fu film history. Ken Lo, then. Martial arts powerhouse, Ken Lo gained recognition for his explosive kicks and intimidating presence. He worked closely with Donnie Yen and appeared in Drunken Master 2, SPL, and The Legend of the Wolf. Now, at 66, Ken Lo remains active behind the scenes, training fighters and occasionally appearing in films. His kicking technique is still studied by modern action performers. Daniel Wu, then. Actor, producer, and martial artist Daniel Wu blended Hollywood looks with kung fu skill. He starred in films like New Police Story, Into the Badlands, and Tai Chi Zero, becoming a bridge between Eastern and Western action cinema. Now, at 51, Daniel Wu remains active internationally, starring in Hollywood films and streaming series. He is also respected as a producer and cultural ambassador for Asian action cinema. Michael Jai White, then real-life martial arts master Michael Jai White holds black belts in multiple disciplines. He became famous for Spawn, Blood and Bone, Never Back Down 2, and Black Dynamite. His power and realism set him apart. Now, at 58, Michael Jai White is still active as an actor, director, and trainer. He remains one of the most respected real fighters in modern action cinema. John Liu then. John Liu was a 1970s kung fu star known for lightning-fast kicks. His films like Secret Rivals and Legends of the Snake Fist helped spread kung fu cinema internationally. Now, at 72, John Liu lives away from the spotlight. His early films remain cult classics among old-school kung fu fans. Louis Fan. Then Louis Fan or Fan Xiuwang stunned audiences as Jin Shenzhao in Ricky-O, The Story of Ricky. He later became widely known as Jin Shenzhao and the villain in IP Man. His raw strength and intensity made him unforgettable. Now, at 51, Louis Fan continues acting in Chinese action films and dramas. He remains a popular figure for his physical power and intimidating screen presence. Andy Lau. Then, megastar Andy Lau dominated Hong Kong cinema with charisma, acting range, and action roles. Films like A Moment of Romance, Infernal Affairs, and As Tears Go By made him a cultural icon. Now, at 64, Andy Lau remains one of Asia's biggest stars. He continues headlining blockbuster films and is respected as a singer, actor, and producer. Vincent Zhao. Wushu champion Vincent Zhao rose to fame portraying Chinese folk hero Wang Fei Hung. His speed, flexibility, and classical technique made him a standout in historical martial arts films. Now, at 53, Vincent Zhao remains active in film and television. He is also known for his strong opinions and public presence beyond cinema. Richard Norton. Then, Australian martial arts legend. Richard Norton trained stars like Jackie Chan and Chuck Norris. On screen, he appeared in Mad Max, City Hunter, and many Hong Kong action films, often as elite fighters or villains. Now, at 75, Richard Norton died on March 30th, 2025. Jet Li. Then, Jet Li was not just an actor, he was a real wushu champion. He became a household name through Shaolin Temple, Once Upon a Time in China, Fist of Legend, and Hollywood hits like Lethal Weapon 4 and The One. His speed, precision, and calm intensity defined cinematic kung fu in the 1990s. Now, at 62, Jet Li lives a quieter life due to health issues, rarely appearing on screen. However, his legacy remains untouchable. For many fans, Jet Li represents the purest form of martial arts ever captured on film. Wu Jing. Then, Wu Jing began as a wushu prodigy before transitioning into Hong Kong action films. Early roles in Tai Chi Boxer and SPL highlighted his athleticism and precision. Now, Wu Jing is now one of China's biggest stars and directors. His Wolf Warrior films broke box office records, turning him into a national icon and redefining Chinese action cinema. Don Wilson. Then, known as the Dragon, Don Wilson was a real kickboxing champion before becoming a 90s action star. Films like Blood Fist and Out for Blood made him a staple of direct-to-video martial arts cinema. Now, at 72, Don Wilson remains respected in kickboxing and film circles. Though retired from acting, his films still represent the raw spirit of 90s martial arts action. Hiroyuki Sanada. Then, Japanese legend Hiroyuki Sanada trained under Sonny Chiba and starred in classic samurai and ninja films before crossing into Hollywood with The Last Samurai. Now, at 64, Sanada is enjoying global recognition through projects like John Wick, Bullet Train, and Shogun. He is now one of the most respected Asian actors in international cinema. Chuck Norris. Then, Chuck Norris was a real martial artist and world karate champion before becoming an action icon. Films like Way of the Dragon, Missing in Action, and the TV series Walker, Texas Ranger turned him into a cultural legend. Now, at 85, Chuck Norris lives mostly out of the spotlight. His legacy lives on through pop culture, memes, and his massive influence on American martial arts. Sho Kosugi. Then, Sho Kosugi was the face of ninja cinema in the 1980s. Films like Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, and Ninja 3, the domination made ninjas mainstream worldwide. Now, at 77, Sho Kosugi is retired but remains a respected figure in martial arts. His films defined the ninja craze of an entire generation. Collin Chou. Then, Collin Chou gained worldwide recognition as Seraph in The Matrix Reloaded. His athletic build and fluid martial arts movement made him a standout supporting fighter. Now, at 58, Collin Chou continues acting and training behind the scenes. His role in The Matrix remains his most iconic contribution. Max Zhang, then Max Zhang, also known as Zhang Jin, started as a martial arts choreographer and stunt performer. His breakout moment came as the cold, disciplined villain in IP Man 3, where his speed, footwork, and precision shocked audiences worldwide. Now, at 51, Max Zhang is one of China's top modern action stars. He headlines major films like Master Z, IP Man Legacy, and continues blending traditional kung fu with modern combat styles.